Alright everyone, today I am going to be giving you a tour of my Technoblade memorial. I have been working on this ever since he passed away. This is my little workstation. This is a blueprint for stairs that this was the original blueprint for the sword on top of the pyramid. And yeah, so I'm just gonna kind of tour you around. I'll sprint. I mean, it's obviously not finished. I used this weird thing over here because the base of this pyramid is made out of white concrete, and as if you know anything about concrete powder, you have to pour water on it when you first create it. And so this was just me dropping the concrete powder and then pouring water and then mining all of it and then doing it again over and over and over again till so this has taken a while. If I go into statistics, I can show you how long I've had this world. I forgot where. 55. Oh, I was gonna say, there's no way I only died 10 times. Time with world open, 8.85 days, 7.65 days. So I've had this world since before Technoblade passed away. This was one of my old survival worlds. I think it was originally a 1.18, but I accidentally, I have Optifine on this one, nice. But I accidentally updated it, so now it is it's like the most modern version now. But I will just take like a little tour around so you can see kind of what it looks like. Each side has, damn, okay, this is really big. I might actually have to go into the sheet. I might actually have to go into spectator for this because I have cheats on in this world, but my one rule was that I never ever used anything but survival when building it, because I don't know, that just felt more respectful. It felt like I was putting more effort in. So on this side we have 2 gaps here and 1 little gap here where I will be putting statues of various animals, which in certain types of mythologies represent, like, this whole thing is sort of meant to be like a burial tomb, like a construction of honor. I'm currently adding quartz slabs and stairs on top of all the white concrete. I'm not done yet. And I haven't even started doing the statues on the outside. But as you can see, this side also has room for 3 statues. And this front side has 2 main statues. In the front, all of these little ticks here are measurements as to how long this is. I'm gonna probably do some weird entryway thing there, so I have those measurements in place. These are the grand staircase for those who want to traverse to the top to the masterpiece, or I wouldn't really call it a masterpiece, whatever. But yeah, there are 2 big statues on either side, and then we have room for 2 little statues. And so I guess I can show what, I'll go back into survival. Oh, oops. Yeah, as you can see, I've had this world for a while, but I sort of converted this world into being totally dedicated to this Technoblade memorial because, I don't know, I mean, his death just impacted me a lot and I felt like I had to do something. These are quartz pillars. We've got pillars here, but a lot of really fine details that you see when you go closer. I have a lot of work still to do. And also, no, okay, I'll get to that later. So this is the current top floor of the monument. You can see we have the whatever it's called from where the indents of where the statues will go on each side. And I'm not really sure. I think what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to fill the walls, and so all this extra space will be filled in so that it looks more polished. And all of these are slabs. I have torches everywhere so that mobs don't spawn in here. Still not completely sure what I'm gonna put on the top floor, but I've got all my inspiration mostly comes from like existing tombs, Egyptian pyramids, memorial monuments, mausoleums, ancient stuff. Like the design of this entire pyramid was inspired by, I can't pronounce it, I'll just add it in the voiceover. Teotihuacan in Mexico, specifically the Pyramid of the Sun. This pyramid is the largest building in Teotihuacan and one of the largest in Mesoamerica. It is believed to have been constructed around... Okay, yeah. That's what it is, and I bet my voice was really sexy. Okay, so this is not, like, this isn't going to be that forever. There is going to be, if you can see up there, this is where a beacon is going to go. So I did all the measurements to make sure that this beacon was dead in the center of the entire structure. It all revolved around this right here. And so when we go down, this is the lower floor. So all of these little rooms here are going to be statues. And the floor, this is how far I've gotten, this is how far I've gotten on the beacon at this point. I have a layer of gold and a layer of emerald. And then over here, this is just like my crafting area. I have a bed, I have various items in there. I have a stone cutter, I have all these things. And this entire monument, everything you see, I did everything manually in survival. Even though I have cheats on, I didn't cheat for this. Like, all of these glowstone things, I manually used scaffolding to climb around. It took a really long time. Finding and mining all the blocks for this floor. It doesn't look like there's a lot of blocks. Like, it doesn't look like it would be that hard, but it has taken a really, really long time. And this project, I've been doing it on and off ever since he passed away. So, like, this isn't something I've been grinding away at, like, every day ever since, but it's something I come back to whenever I get motivation, because it's a big project and there's still a lot that I have to do. It's still in its kind of, I mean, I've definitely come further than I originally was, but so this is going to be the beacon. There's going to be another layer of emerald, another layer of gold, and then emerald on top. And then the beacon is going to go all the way through the monument, up through the center of the hilt of the sword and into the sky, which will be like a commemorative, like, hypothetically, people could see from far and wide this memorial. And the choice for gold and emerald were specifically chosen because gold is obviously, like, the element favored by piglins. Techno's sort of pig persona, I used a lot of nether blocks, a lot of red blocks. These are nether wart. They're nether nether brick, and these are dyed red with nether, whatever it's called, nether wart. These have like the pig, these are polished blackstone that have like the pig snout on them to commemorate Techno's pig skin. This is polished red terracotta, or maybe black terracotta, I'm not actually sure. All of this is blackstone. I forget what all this is called. The point is, it took a long fucking time to harvest all of this, but I got most of it from the nether. I could, like, write a document in detail about all the decisions I chose and why I chose them. These two elements just seem to fit the best. And let's see. Part of also why I did a largely red theme is the blood for the blood god, the royal cape aesthetic, gold for the crown, emerald for the jewels things that he shared with Philza. I don't really remember all the details on that, but Philza was one of his closest friends, and I wanted to commemorate that. It's like storming, I can hear. Anyway, but I think it's time to show off. So the beacon will go up through here, as you see. And if I go in, what am I doing? What am I doing? If I go in creative mode, I will be able to show you that on the top of the memorial here, I still have to figure out how I'm gonna make that like not ugly. This is the sword, so this is a closer look. I did all of this survival from what I can remember. There's the hilt. I did varying block textures here. Did sort of a glinty shine here, so it would look like a shining sword. And here is the hilt. So I did like a translucent red and black stained glass, so it's like a window, so you can see out the other side. And obviously this is the hilt. So if you look in here, actually, wow, yeah, this view is kind of bonkers from up here. But when you look inside, it goes all the way down back to the bottom of the beacon, and when the beacon is done, there will be a light coming out of here that goes into the sky, and when you come near, you will get, it's going to be a 4-layer beacon, so you'll get all the benefits of all 4 layers, because I just thought that was fitting. Like, to stand near Techno's memorial gives you power, because he was, I don't want to get choked up, but yeah, so if I stand on here and I jump down, whee! Or actually, I could probably show you the inside of the sword too. It's hollow. I think I will probably add some hidden details in here for like archaeologists to find if his mausoleum tomb was raided, like maybe treasure up in here or something like that. But yeah, so this is the sword. This is the model sword that I made before I made the sword on top, because I didn't want to risk like fucking it up when it was up there. I wanted to make all the mistakes and figure out what to do down here first. And that lava pool has always been there. And this donkey has always been there. So I named him Theseus because Dream SMP Techno reference something. I'm aware that Techno was not just known for his presence on the Dream SMP. I'm aware of Skyblock. I'm aware of the Potato Wars. And because of that, I plan to plant I plan to have this all one day be just a potato farm. Just fields and fields and fields and fields of potatoes. And maybe like some pigs running around. Like, this is just gonna be, this entire like cliffside is going to be for him. It's going to be his just his like his monument. That's why I'm in the process of removing all of these trees, and I'm also gonna try to figure out what to do with this lava pool. Like there can do something cool with it, but I don't know. Due to the placement of this too, like I had to sort of build up on the end of this because there wasn't any good place to fit this giant fucking square. But yeah, this is the nearly complete Technoblade memorial. So it's nice to be able to show it off and talk about it after a while of working on it. But yeah, I think I'm gonna get back into the process of working on it now, because there is still a lot of work to be done. Like, this entire pyramid, I still have to line with quartz that I need to farm. So I'm gonna need to gather all the quartz for this. I'm gonna need to cover this entire thing with quartz. I'm gonna need to build an entry for this. Like, there's just endless things that I have to work on before this is done, but I'm fine with that. And I also have to decide what statues will go in each thing, both inside and outside. And yeah, rest in peace Technoblade. Yeah.